and you go do all these things. So just charge the car and you pay it, and then you realize you look online and you like, I just got played. You got a credit card. You in there like somewhere. Okay, y'all, so what's up? I'm back in I was gonna say Miami. I'm back in Montego Bay, and I just rented a car for the first time. So y'all, I'm gonna show y'all the car. Hold up. This is the car. No lie, y'all, having a car makes me feel like more comfortable, like with just like getting around and stuff. So we're just gonna set up prayers that everything's okay, because you know people drive crazy as hell. But yeah, y'all, all right. Look at the butterflies. Hey y'all, so good morning. I am in the car. My glass is dirty, these ones, but I'm in the car heading to go get breakfast. In this video, I also just want to talk about the process.
I'm feeling vibes on vibes. I'm ticking dynamite. I blow your candle lights. You know I'm just that type. No, them no fit kill my vibe. Them no fit kill my vibe. No fit kill. Them no fit kill. Them no fit kill my eyes. Not set. Follow the stars. Yeah, you shall find a pick up at five. If you hit your enemies shine. If you're not depend on me, enter the light. Cause you can never kill my vibe. But there with no sacrifices. Everything was taken, you had to make it. Vibe killer, me I no go take shit. Vibe killer.
Hey y'all, so welcome back to my channel, and I'm back with a video. As you can see from the clips before, your girl went back for a week, and I just wanted to show you all what I can do in 1 week when I am in the beautiful Bay. I know in the beginning of the video I told you all I'm going to be discussing the truth about renting a car in Jamaica. And I'm just gonna get straight into it so that you all can have a better understanding of what to expect when you are renting a vehicle, when you are traveling for, you know, if it's leisure, business, if it's just, you know, to spend time with family, all of that. So the first thing, you have so many different rental companies in Jamaica. So you have a plethora of options. I can't speak for all tourists, but you tend to just go on like booking.com, or when you get to the area, you may look for rental companies within the vicinity of the area that you'll be staying in, or within the vicinity of the airport. Also, I know sometimes when you get to the airport, they may say, come over here, come over there. It may be a whole lot of people just telling you to come in different directions, and you may feel conflicted and not know what to do. So the first thing I strongly consider and, you know, stress you to do is to research. Look at all of the rates that you see online, because what I went through, I do not want you to go through. So when you're researching online, make sure you're comparing the prices to each other. You have to also be mindful of the time frame that you're going. So alongside researching, you just have to be mindful of the time that you're going. So if you're going around the time like Sunfest that just recently passed, they will up the prices. They will up the prices on the rentals. They'll up the prices on Airbnbs. They will up the prices everywhere. So you have to be mindful of the time frame that you're traveling, and then also check that price online. When you get to the place where you are going to rent the car, make sure you can show them proof of the invoice, or if the invoice is a little pricey because Granted, when you are going during certain times, they will bump the rate. So if you're going to the rental company and say they give you an invoice and you look online and there is a cheaper price online or a more affordable price, make sure you screenshot that and you're able to present it to them when you get there and let them know that, hey, this is what I see online and this is what you all gave me an invoice for. When you get to the airport, if you don't know anything about renting cars, they'll tell you to go to an area where you will go to like rental places that are outside of the airport. A lot of times, a lot of people are working together to try to make money. So be mindful of this. So say if you get to the airport and you don't have a car rental, you don't have an invoice, you don't have any car rental you have decided to move forward with. When you get there, they'll tell you to probably, and I'm only speaking for the airport in Mobay because that's the airport that I've been to before multiple times. So when you get there, they'll tell you, oh, stand over there to this side. That's where you can, get a rental. So sometimes what they do is once they tell you to stand over there, they may make a call and call the place and say, hey, I got somebody who's willing to pay this much money for this many nights or days and blah 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 blah. Sometimes they won't even communicate with you what they've discussed with the person over the phone because they're like, okay, you're a tourist, you might not know what's going on. But make sure that when they're calling those people, you are aware of the price and the rate that you are getting. Make sure that you go on their website, like I said, because a lot of people have hidden fees. They have fees like where it's like, oh, you have to be 30 plus. If you're under 30, $30, a waiver fee, $30, insurance, $10 to $25 a day. All those things are like sometimes can be considered hidden fees. And what I noticed about a lot of rentals that are outside of the airport and they're like, just private establishments, when they're typing out or writing out whatever they do with your just like an overview of your rental, they won't sometimes write down how much it is per day. They'll give you like a base rate for a certain amount of days. They'll say like, oh, $150 for one night or 2 nights. So you have to be mindful of that because what they'll try to do is give you a base rate, and then as a tourist you may just be out there just trying to have fun, so you're like, hey, I got the money, I'm gonna just splurge, blah 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 blah, and you pay it, and then you realize, you look online and you're like, dang, I just got paid, I just got played. And that happened to me where I was originally supposed to go to another car rental, but then I guess that rental place didn't have enough cars for my reservation. So they sent me to another rental place, and then this rental place found out how much they were charging me, so they tried to get in on the little situation, and then they overcharged me. So because I'm looking at the rate that was on the invoice and I'm not paying attention to the rate that was online, I'm like, just like, yeah, okay, whatever, I'm just trying to get out. Mind you, you have to be careful because they know that you probably had a long day of travel and it may be some sneaking in certain stuff. So you just have to make sure that you're on top of your game when you're walking in that door. And I know you may be tired, but pay attention and look online and do your research. That's what happened with me. I just was like, you know what, I'm tired, I need to go lay down, I need to go to my Airbnb, I need to go do all these things, so just charge the car. I'm thinking I'm getting the rate that was online, which was $32 a day. And I'm like, okay, once $32 I add the insurance, I'm thinking I'm about to walk out the door with like $160, $180 at the most. No, that did not happen. They charged me $200 plus. You have to have a credit card. Ask them how much it is for a deposit. When you get the credit card, more than likely they're going to give you a high deposit of like $500. Just because I don't know if it's a situation where in another country it just may be a higher risk because you're driving in an area where you may not be comfortable with or known to, just maybe comfortable with driving on that side of the road, so they probably make the deposits high like that. But I know like in my state, Georgia, the deposits are not that high. They're like maybe like $150, $200, but it's not $500 to $1,000. No, I've never paid that much over here. But in Jamaica I did pay a pretty penny, but I got it back once I returned the car. Make sure that when you go, you take a lot of pictures and videos of the vehicle, because of like the potholes and stuff. You just want to make sure there's nothing that was done to the car that was prior to you receiving the car and they tried to blame it on you. So I always make documentation of everything, take videos, pictures, just to make sure. You can get scammed, making sure that they're being transparent from the beginning. I will say it is pretty easy. Like if you have your driver's license, you have the money, you can rent a car. Simple and easy. If you got a credit card, you in there like somewhere. If you got a credit card, you are good. Just make sure that you are not getting played while you are at it. Ask around to friends if you may have friends in the area. Make sure that you're doing price matching to other places in the area. Look on booking.com. Just make sure that you're keeping your options open and just asking these people up front if they have hidden fees. And that's just anybody. If you're going to a private location or even if you're at the airport, because you know Hertz and all those other name brand companies are a little expensive. But yeah, going through like private companies, it was really affordable. I just noticed that because I was around there during the time of like Sunfest, they boosted prices right on up, and I got in the middle of the crossfire. So learn from my mistakes. Private companies, they have the option to just say, hey, we charging 30 today, or we charging 50 today, or we charging 100 today. So you want to just make sure that you're like 10 steps ahead of them so that you don't get caught in the midst of them like raising those prices. Just be prepared to have enough money on your credit card for at least minimum $1,000 when it comes to just like the deposits. I will always suggest getting insurance no matter what the situation is. I know that with some companies, $15 is like basic or something like that. 10 is like basic, 15 is like $3,000 worth of coverage. So just make sure that you cover yourself. You are driving in another country on another side of the road, and it just may not be something that you're used to, especially if you're from America and you're going over there to Jamaica. Just be mindful that the roads are different. It was my first time driving, and I'm like not driving in general, but driving in Jamaica. And me being on the passenger side or in the back seat, a lot of times I'm just very scared. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know how to drive out here. But y'all, it was really simple. I got called a clot, a bomba clot. My girl, get the fuck out the road. I got cussed out the first couple times. The girl let the window down, was like honking. I looked at the girl, I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what I'm doing. It's my first day out here. So yeah, don't get scared from the aggressive drivers. Like, yeah, people will be aggressive in other ways, but just drive at your own pace. Don't allow people to rush you when you're driving. They drive on the left side, so if you're, a rule of thumb is just always remember the left curb should always be on the passenger side. Like, you should never be on the curb. Like, no, you should always have a car passing you on the right side, and the curbs should be on the left side. So if you remember that rule of thumb, you will be fine driving in Jamaica. Yes, it can be a little scary when like some of the roads are a little small, or like you're going in town and there's a lot of pedestrians and they don't give a damn if you hit them. They like hit me and I'm like, I ain't got no insurance for you. So yeah, it can be a little scary, but just push past that fear, especially if you want to go out and explore. That's just for like, depending on who you're with, how many people you're traveling with. Like, it's so many things to consider, but having your own vehicle does make the experience different if you're staying long term. As far as just coming for a couple of days, it may make the experience good too, because having a car just makes things 10 times like better. I didn't even realize, like, until I started driving in Jamaica, I was like, oh my god, this is a luxury. Like, what? Like, I know driving is a luxury in general, but when I started driving in Jamaica, I was like, dang. Because I'm always doing local transportation, even though I don't have a problem with that, mind you. But I was like, dang, getting in the car and just got darn putting on the AC, hopping in and out, like skirt, it was kind of cool. So I got a little spoiled after those 3 days. But yeah, just make sure you're not getting played. Make sure you're asking a lot of questions. Make sure you have proof to show them the rates online, because they can and they should abide by what's online. A lot of them will tell you, we can't do it. They can. They just trying to make extra cash. And just make sure that you're not getting played. And yeah, just if you do all those things, you will be fine. Like I said, getting a car in Jamaica, especially at like those private companies, is very easy. Like, it's very easy. Like, the process took me no more than 10 minutes. Like, literally. And I had my car, checked it out. They gave me like 2 bars of gas, so I took it back on like a bar and a half. Like, because how you gonna give it to me 2 bars and then you expect for me to bring it full up? Like, no, I'm not filling this thing up. So but yeah, other than that, it's nice renting a car in Jamaica. It's pretty simple, and I won't speak on the place that I went to because I don't want to mess up their business, but they tried me. But it's okay, because God looks high and sit low. But yeah, y'all, I hope this answered any questions about renting a car. If you have any questions further about like renting a car, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I know that this is just very straight to the point, just being honest. And thank you so much for watching my channel all the way into the end. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And oh yeah, I'm starting a new page where I'm going to try to break down all of my content in different ways, because I feel like there's so much different like content on this channel. So if you don't mind, please in the description down below, go and follow and subscribe to my new YouTube channel. That's going to just be a little bit more of the vlogs and lifestyle stuff, and I'm just going to make sure that this is just a place for informative things. And yeah, I hope that you all like the content that I'm bringing on that page. Down in the prescription down in the description below. And I'm out of this thing, y'all. Thank you for watching. Love you.
Yogi, all of them done they notice. I'm not joking. All my guys, them know me.